That is why, during these times, Regal Court tends to get crowded. Luckily, I had reserved a place early through my connections. If not, we might not even have a seat today, Cody said enthusiastically. He had spent a huge amount on reservations to secure seats upstairs. It was all in anticipation of this literary event. After all, gaining entry into Regal Court typically required wealth or influence. That made it the best opportunity to make connections with influential VIPs. A literary event. That's wonderful. After hearing the news, Harper's excitement grew. I've been studying poetry and songs since I was a kid. I can finally showcase my skills. Her grandfather had forced her to read tons of books since she was young. As a result, she had memorized a lot of literary material. In her school days, she was known as the gifted prodigy with a way with words. Now, she finally had the chance to relive her past glory. Cody, you mentioned that there was a prize for winning. Do you have any idea what it might be? Caldwell asked. Anything Regal Court prepares will be nothing ordinary, Cody said. With a smile, he explained, if I'm not mistaken, the prize would be selected from the Treasure Pavilion. The Treasure Pavilion contains an exclusive collection of rare and exotic treasures handpicked by the owner of Regal Court. Anything picked from there is truly priceless. Priceless? Caldwell's eyes lit up, and his excitement made his breath quicken. The rest of the Harmony Healers students were excited as well. They thought about how rich they could become if they were to get such a priceless treasure. It was an unexpected surprise that a simple dinner would give them such a remarkable opportunity. Harper, we're counting on you later. If you can outshine the competition, we can bask in your glory. Exactly. If you win the treasure, Harmony Healers will become famous too. Many of the students placed their hopes on Harper. They were aware that Harper was exceptionally intelligent and gifted. She stood out from the rest in whatever she pursued. Especially when it came to poetry and songs, her upbringing had honed her skills to a high level of expertise that she could rival some experts. Don't worry. When I claim first place and win that treasure, I'll definitely treat everyone to a meal, Harper declared with confidence. Harper, don't get too arrogant. Remember, there's always someone better out there, Brooke offered a timely reminder. Even though Harper was talented, it didn't mean she could outshine everyone. After all, Oakvale was a place where elites gathered. It was a city with an abundance of talent. Grandpa, I was renowned as a prodigy back in school. That title belongs to me, and no one can dispute it. I'm better off dead if I can't even win today's literary event, Harper said confidently. Why would you even say that? Brooke frowned slightly. Master Bush, Harper is exceptionally talented and highly skilled in this regard. I believe she will do well, Cody said with a smile. Did you hear that? Even Cody thinks so. I'm going to be the standout performer today, Harper added, her confidence reaching new heights. Brooke shook his head in resignation. Harper's arrogance would get her into trouble sooner or later. It's almost time. Let's head upstairs, Cody said, leading the group to the second floor. Compared to the extravagance on the first floor, the second floor exuded an air of elegance and refinement. Every decorative element was meticulously arranged, leaving no room for criticism. Several VIPs were already gathered on the second floor, each accompanied by one or two pretentious literary enthusiasts. Regal Court's quarterly literary event consistently drew its regular clientele. It served as an effective marketing strategy. Cody led the group to their reserved table. Given the size of Regal Court, it didn't feel crowded despite the number of attendees. Well, isn't this the great Harper Bush? Suddenly, they heard someone's voice, almost teasing. The owner of the voice was an alluring woman dressed sexily, swaying her hips as she approached them. Beside her was a smart-looking man dressed in a white-sleeved shirt. He carried a gentle and intellectual air to him. Lana Cameron? What are you doing here? Harper frowned when she saw her, the smile on her face vanishing. The Camerons are pretty influential in South City. What's so surprising about me dining here? Lana scrutinized Harper from head to toe before mocking her. But how did a little name like yours manage to get into Regal Court? That's none of your concern. You're just slightly richer. What's the big deal? Harper puffed up her chest. The woman before her was not only her ex-classmate but also her love rival. Throughout their 4 years in university, Lana had constantly overshadowed her in terms of wealth, influence, and physique. She had even openly stolen her boyfriend, which wasn't just a one-time occurrence. That was why Harper resented Lana intensely. Sorry, but it's a pretty big deal to be rich. Lana continued with a mischievous grin. For example, I can dine here every day. But you can only be here through someone else. That's the difference between us. Oh, right. Take more photos if you have the time and share them on social media. Treasure this rare opportunity. After all, it's a miracle for someone like you to even set foot in here. Harper's face flushed red in anger. Why did those words sound so familiar? Ms. Cameron, that's a bit too much, Cody finally spoke up. Harper is my junior. It's not exactly appropriate for you to make that comment with me here, don't you think? Oh, Mr. Ostrower is here as well? My apologies. Lana feigned astonishment. She then continued with a sly smile. It's no wonder Harper was able to get in. It turns out you were the one backing her. I'm just curious, as the scion of a noble and respected family, how come you have such bad taste? You're actually attracted to this bland woman? Hey, who are you calling bland? Harper was enraged at her words. She was about to act out but was quickly held back by those around her. The Cameron family's influence was slightly stronger than the Ostrower family's. If Harper were to lay her hand on Lana, not even Cody would be able to get her out of trouble. If you reacted, I guess I must be talking about you then. What about it? Do you have an issue with it? Lana smirked, her gaze provocative. She thoroughly enjoyed seeing Harper fuming in anger, knowing Harper could do nothing about it. You're too much. Harper was about to launch into an angry tirade when Cody stopped her. Ms. Cameron, let's not push it. We're here for a meal and don't wish for trouble. I hope you'll let us off the hook. All right, for your sake, I'll let her off for now. Lana glanced at Harper and smiled faintly. Oh, by the way, Ms. Talented, it seems Regal Court will host a literary event later. Don't you consider yourself knowledgeable? I hope you won't embarrass yourself later. HMPH. Do you think I'll lose? What a joke. Harper had a grim expression. When it comes to literature, not even 10 of you combined are a match for me. Oh, really? Since you're so confident, why don't we have a little competition? Lana smiled teasingly. Bring it on. Do you think I'm afraid of you? Harper wasn't afraid. While she felt inferior in terms of family background and wealth, she could easily outshine Lana in terms of talent. A pampered rich girl could never compare to her. There's nothing interesting if it's just a competition. Are you brave enough to up the stakes? Lana challenged. What do you want to bet on? Harper raised her head defiantly. You don't have anything of value on you, so how about you bet Harmony Healers? Lana's proposal was shocking. If you lose, you'll hand Harmony Healers to me. If you win, I'll give you 1 billion. How about it? Harmony Healers? Harper frowned at her words. This woman was clearly up to no good. Harmony Healers is probably not worth 1 billion. But I'm a generous woman and won't haggle over the details. The real question is, do you dare bet on it? If you don't, you'd better steer clear of me in the future, Lana said with a smile. What's there to be afraid of? Let's do it. Harper was incited and readily agreed. Harper, stop messing around. Brooke's expression shifted dramatically as he tried to stop her. Harmony Healers is an important business to us. It's not something for you to use as a wager, he exclaimed. Betting a sum of money was one thing, but betting their entire business was a reckless move. If she lost, it would be catastrophic. Grandpa, don't worry. I'm confident I'll win. She's practically handing us money. Harper was highly confident. Do you think money is that easy to come by? It's too risky to use Harmony Healers as a bet. Brooke scolded her.